You know, guys, every so often you come across a candidate who's running for re-election. If you listen to them talk for a few minutes, they would have you believe that they're the best thing that's ever happened to your gun rights, that they're some kind of a champion for Second Amendment freedom. And what these candidates are usually hoping is that you're not going to do your own research, or you're not going to find out from an organization like Wyoming Gun Owners the truth about their record. If you live in Senate District number 8, SD 8, this bottom corner of Laramie County, right outside of Metro Cheyenne, this video is for you guys. My name is Aaron Dorr. I'm here with Wyoming Gun Owners with an election update for any gun owner, any voter in or around this district, Senate District number 8. Again, right down here. Because if you listen to current state Senator Affie Ellis talk, again, you would think she's a champion, a hero when it comes to the Second Amendment. That's how she presents herself. But she's just hoping that you don't find out about any of this. I'm going to adjust my camera here just a little bit so I can see what's going on a bit better. And that's why WYGO has worked so hard to research all of these bills and to show all of you what Affie Ellis has actually done in her short time in Cheyenne. The truth is, in her short time in Cheyenne, Affie Ellis has become known as a moderate and frankly, a stooge of leadership. Anytime they tell her to jump, she says how high. She never considers what her actions would do to your gun rights. She only is trying to become more ingratiated with Senate Republican leadership, and that's a bad sign. That's why Affie Ellis voted no on gun-free zone repeal legislation. Senate File 75. This happened on January 25, just last year, 2019. We had a great bill in place that would repeal all these gun-free zones in government buildings, which of course are your buildings, my buildings. We pay for them, we maintain them, our tax money, but we can't carry in them. And Affie Ellis voted no on legislation that would repeal that nonsense. After all, we all know this. Gun-free zones are deadly. Madmen always go to them to get a body count. We all know that. Affie Ellis knows that, but she didn't care, and she voted no on Senate File 75. 2018, WYGO had a huge program going on to pass Stand Your Ground law, and we got it done with all your help. But it wasn't without casualties. And in the last couple days of that short 2018 session, Senator Drew Perkins ran a hostile amendment to the bill. And it made statewide news because WYGO went to war against that amendment. And again, that blowout, you can still find it on Google. It made statewide news because we fought like dogs to oppose the Perkins amendment on Stand Your Ground law. We're talking about Senate File 71. This was the third reading, so it's the last time the bill is going to get a vote before it leaves the chamber. Third reading, Amendment number 2, Senate File 71, February 28, 2018. So in case Affie tries to deny that she voted against Stand Your Ground law or voted to weaken Stand Your Ground law, you have all the details you need. Senate File 71, there's the date, there's the third reading, there's the amendment, Amendment number 2. How ironic, right? So she votes for this amendment that weakened 5 key categories on Stand Your Ground law. It did tremendous harm to the bill. We had a chance to send in lobbyist declarations, notes, to Affie Ellis and everybody else in the Republican conference or caucus right before the vote. She knew that WYGO and the NRA were opposed to this harmful amendment, and she basically gave her middle finger to gun owners and voted yes. It was a breathtaking betrayal to gun owners. Now, thankfully, the next day, WYGO rammed an amendment down their throats in Cheyenne, and we undid the damage on 4 of those 5 areas. But Affie Ellis, when we needed her, nothing but a tool for the establishment. Bad stuff. Again, 2017. She voted to weaken our gun-free zone repeal legislation. This was House Bill 137, took place on February 27, 2017, Amendment number 3. Now, this bill was sponsored by then Representative Bo Beitman. Bo is now Senator Bo Beitman, but at that time he was our sponsor in the House. And this amendment was brought forth And I got to think, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it was by Senator von Flatteren. And you all know Mike von Flatteren. He's the biggest backstabber in Cheyenne, sponsors tons of gun control, votes against Stand Your Ground law, votes against all the pro-gun bills. So von Flatteren, I believe, brings forth this amendment. And what this would do was take this gun-free zone bill, repeal bill that we had, and it would weaken it so that anybody who claimed to have security on site could then say, no, you still can't carry here. In other words, it would destroy the entirety of the bill. It would weaken it to be totally useless. She knew that, and Affie Ellis still voted yes on this amendment. Now, thankfully, the amendment died. Senator Bouchard and all the rest of the pro-gun stalwarts in that chamber, they held their ground and they stopped the amendment from passing. But three times in 3 years on key votes when it comes to our gun rights, 3 times Affie Ellis stabbed us in the back. And of course, this year, she's refusing to sign her candidate survey with WIGO. I didn't write that in the board, but she is refusing to sign her survey with WIGO. It's no surprise. She intends to go, if she gets elected again, her intention is to go and fight against our gun rights. She's not going to put her views on paper if her goal is to fool gun owners that she's actually a pro-gun candidate. That's Affie Ellis. These are the facts she's trying to hide, and we need you guys to help us get the word out. Opposing her is Dr. David Young. And I should have put doctor in front of that. Dan Young. Dr. Dan Young. He did survey with WIGO, thankfully. And Dr. Young was very clear, 100%, 100% in support of our gun rights. He opposes all the gun control bills being talked about in Cheyenne and across the country. Red flags, fixed NICS, waiting periods, AR-15 bans, gun registration, repeal or modifying Stand Your Ground law, repealing constitutional carry law. Dan Young opposes all of it. But beyond that, more than that, Dan Young also promised to be a leader in the fight for gun rights. He's pledged in writing to sponsor pro-gun bills. And you guys know how hard this is, and been around WIGO for a while now. We have a lot of guys who will vote pro-gun. We have a lot of gals who will vote pro-gun. But we have very few people who will lead the fight. And I understand why. Frankly, the media will mock you, Bloomberg will attack you, the lefties in Cheyenne will attack you, the moderates in your own caucus will attack you. You get a lot of hate for being a proud champion for gun rights, not a lot of love. And so for a candidate like Dan Young to say, you know what, I don't care, I'll be that champion, I'll be that fighter for the Second Amendment, that means a lot. That means a lot during these contested primaries. So again, if you're a voter in District Number 8, Senate District Number 8, we're talking about this corner here of Laramie County, right outside of Cheyenne. You got 2 candidates who want to represent your Second Amendment freedoms in Cheyenne for the next 4 years. One candidate has a history of choking under the pressure or just flat out selling you out, voting against legislation here, voting to weaken legislation here, and now she refuses to sign her survey. And one candidate is 100% across the board pro-gun. So if you're a voter in this area, share this video. If you're a voter here, ask Affie Ellis, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you do all this? And then try and tell me you're pro-gun. Ask her that. Ask her to apologize for voting against your Second Amendment freedom when you were counting on her to be a fighter for you. If you haven't yet joined WIGO, guys, now is the time to get involved so we can advertise these videos to more and more gun owners. Get involved today. Go to joinwygo.com and get signed up. Thanks.